Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. So today I wanted to do a sort of like first impressions mini review kind of video for you on something that I picked up I would say recently, but it hasn't been that recent, so in the last like month or so. I had went to, what's the store called, TJMaxx, and I was just walking around, and you know how in TJMaxx, if you've been there, they have like a little section that has like new makeup to the store, but it's like high-end makeup. And as I went to this section, I saw that they had Marc Jacob products in there, and so I was like really excited about that because I'm like, okay, let's see how affordable Marc Jacobs products are at TJMaxx. When I looked at the prices, they were pretty reasonable. The first thing that caught my eye, which is the only thing I picked up that day, was a foundation from Marc Jacobs. And I looked up some couple of reviews on YouTube, and it has been reviewed a couple times, but it doesn't seem to be like something that's really hyped up or people are ever like really talking about. So I didn't find a lot of videos, so I figured, you know, I might as well just go ahead and sit down and film a video for this foundation since there's not that many videos, and I figured, you know, it could be helpful. And also I'm not sure if you'll notice, but the settings of my camera is a bit different from my previous videos. This whole thing happened, all the settings got reset, and yeah, I'm just trying to find the correct setting again. So I did go to the website and pull up the information just so you guys know that this product is still available and a little bit more details on it. So before I continue on with that, let me show you the actual product. This in the color beige medium, and it's number 34. And this is the Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse Transformative Foundation. I previously attempted to film this video and it didn't work out so well because I didn't record half of what I was filming. My battery had died, so it just was a no-go, and my lighting, my settings, like I'm saying, everything was just super off, and yeah. So I'm refilming again, and I will also be including some footage at the end of this video from the day that I did try to film. So if you go on the Marc Jacobs website, you will find a foundation on there, and it is listed for $55. Yeah, I know, $55, and there are 12 shades. The shade that I do have is considered a light medium with peach undertones. Now I do find that it is a tad bit light for me. I do have a tan right now because of all the traveling I was doing in the last couple months, but I feel like once I'm back to my true color, this will be pretty much a perfect match. But there's a decent amount of shades. There's not a whole lot, and right now on the site not everything is available, so there are only a few shades which is available, so that's kind of a bummer. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation infused with hydrating ingredients like coconut water and amino acid. It's lightweight, creamy formula. It says transform into a velvety texture with the help of Marc's exclusive melt-on technology, which I do agree, it does become more velvety. It transforms into a matte feather light powder, which it is pretty matte. As far as it being light, like I didn't necessarily feel the foundation on my face, but like around the nose area I could definitely see the makeup because for whatever reason I do get more oilier around the nose. At certain points when I was sweating and I would like wipe the sweat off my face, then I would kind of feel like that velvety formula, but actually wearing it on the face I didn't feel it was that heavy compared to like the Estee Lauder full coverage foundation. To me, when I looked in the mirror after I went for a walk and was like sweating like crazy, it still looked pretty amazing. So you can see it does look a bit light, but I think over time it'll end up matching my skin color. Personally, I think it has kind of a blurring effect to make your face just look flawless. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's just get right into trying out this foundation. Alright, so I'm just gonna take a brush that's kind of like this. It's a flat top, kind of a kabuki-like brush. And it is dirty because, like I said, I was attempting to film this video a little while ago. And disregard my band-aid, I just kind of sliced my hand this morning. So, don't mind that. So I'm gonna go in and just kind of like tap it in there and get some product on my brush, which I just picked up a whole bunch of product on my brush. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying. Can you guys see that? Do you see that? That is a whole lot in that section, but it almost like instantly blurs out and gives you that beautiful coverage. Now I did have a hard time blending out the nose, and it does kind of dry quickly, so you do kind of have to work fast. So I would work in sections so that way you can work out one section, be done with it, and move on from there. Now if you can tell, I do have a bit of pigmentation in this area and some freckles on both sides, and on this side you can hardly almost see it because it has blurred out. It's not as obvious as this one. I think I picked up way too much, but let's go on this side. And watch that. Watch how it blurs it out. Okay, I kind of picked up way too much product. You have to be very light-handed with this. Don't pick up a lot because it is full coverage. Now I did try this with a beauty blender as well, and boy, that does not work. I would not recommend. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish out the rest of my makeup just so you can see what the full look is like. You can definitely layer it up, but that's definitely up to personal preference. But I kind of feel like for the amount of coverage it gives with just one application, one layer, it's pretty amazing. Now I'm gonna set the concealer. I'm gonna take this blush. It's from Tarte. It's called Party, and it's just a great neutral. Once this foundation starts setting, that's when you can really see how much of a full coverage it is and how blurring it is and flawless it makes your face look. I'm just gonna dust away the powder that I placed for the concealer, and whenever I have excess powder I kind of just drag it along my face. I don't like to actually add a whole lot of powder. I just use whatever's left over and brush it down. Do you guys see how flawless my face looks right now? This is just one layer of this foundation. Like I said, I tried and tested this by going out doing some errands. I went to the park, it was sweaty, and I came back and the makeup still looked almost perfect except for the T-zone area. I'm gonna put that video in now. Alright, so here is a quick update. It's been a few hours. I think when I filmed earlier it was about 11, and now it's about 4 p.m. My hair's messy. I'm about to go for a walk, but the foundation has stayed. I'm actually really loving it so far. A bit sweaty because it is hot in this car right now, but it has great staying power. It's just around the nose. I don't like how it's like kind of disintegrating, and it's just, you can see it. So I think I might have to find a different way of blending out the nose area, but overall I'm really loving it. Been walking for like 30 minutes and still looks intact, just this area, but overall it's good. Okay, excuse the hat, but I just came back from the walk and it's still there. It's definitely melted off because I've been sweating, but I think it gave pretty good coverage. I do feel like, well, now it's pretty much gone, but it felt a little bit, I don't want to say stiff, but a little bit thick earlier when I first started sweating. But overall I think I actually really like it for a full coverage. Like, I think if you're going to like a wedding or doing pictures, I think it would be like the perfect foundation. But as far as like an everyday foundation, I don't think it would work. And I'm like sweating. Yeah, everyday foundation, I don't think it would be great for that, but overall I am really loving it. So I will say that, don't look at my hair. I will say that the makeup, like in a person, when I'm looking in the mirror, it actually looks really good still. On camera it's not coming off that well, but in person it is actually really nice, except for like the T-zone here where I like sweat a lot. So far I think that I am actually really loving this foundation. I hope you enjoyed this review. I tried to make it as real as possible by actually wearing it all day instead of it just being like, okay, here it is, and you know, end story. But this is really what it looks like. It still looks really great, except like I said, in the center. My final thoughts on this foundation is that I am super happy with this find, and when I found it at TJMaxx is the best part, because like I said earlier, it's $55 in the Marc Jacobs site. At TJMaxx it was $12.99. Like, no kidding, for real, $12.99. Don't even have the box. Here's the box. Can you see that? $12.99. If I zoom in here, I don't know how well you can see it, but it does look super flawless. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It is definitely different from most of my videos. Let me know if you like this type of video and anything else you would like to see. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I will link all that down below. And also subscribe to this channel so you can keep up with future videos and the little notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!